the unit second, which is the limitations of first law of thermodynamics and also second law of thermodynamics. So here in this unit, as we have studied first law of thermodynamics, so definitely first law of thermodynamics is not complete, and there is some need about the second law of thermodynamics. So why the second law came into picture? What are the reason behind it? For that, we are moving ahead. So actually, just we go first through. There are some limitations of first law of thermodynamics as well as essence of second law of thermodynamics. Why the second law
Thermodynamics.
is required? Why it is necessary? So if we go just for review of this first law of thermodynamics, then what we get? So you have studied that from the first law that heat and work are mutually convertible. It means if we write heat as Q and W as the work, so we can say heat can be converted into work as well as work can be converted into heat.
Heat.
These two are mutually convertible. It is as per the first law of thermodynamics. Okay. In other words, we can also say it is the law of conservation of energy. It means every process is possible provided energy is neither created nor destroyed. We
Destroy.
have already studied and discussed about the statement of first law. And that law also says energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transferred from one form to another.
Another form.
Yeah, so actually the first law, it doesn't place restrictions on the direction of flow or heat and work. It doesn't say about the direction. Direction may be any, but there should be every process is possible and there will be conservation of the energy. Similarly, the example is Q is changed to or transformed to W and W can be transformed to Q. Okay, we
Q.
are also moving ahead. According to first law, what first law says, in every cyclic process, and you understand what is the cyclic process, work is completely converted into heat, or heat is completely converted into work. It is according to the first law. Potential energy can be transformed into kinetic energy, or kinetic energy can be transformed into potential energy.
Potential energy.
Heat flows from hot to cold fluid or from cold to hot fluid.
Uh,
Gas expands from high pressure to low pressure and from low pressure to high pressure. Actually, these are as per the first law. We can convert kinetic energy into potential energy, potential energy into kinetic energy. Heat can flow from hot to cold means from hot body to cold body or from cold body to hot body. Gas expand from high pressure to low pressure and also from low pressure to high pressure. But it is not true. From experience, it was found that this is not true automatically. In natural way, what happens? You also understand. Heat is not completely converted into work. When we transfer or when we convert some amount of heat into work, it is not completely converted into work. Some heat is lost to the surrounding. Suppose if we are able to convert 70% of heat into work, it means 30% part will go for the lost. It is not the complete conversion of the heat into work. But work can be fully converted into heat.
heat.
Potential energy can be converted into the kinetic energy. But reverse is not automatically true. Just I am giving you some more examples. Similarly, heat flows from hot to cold body, but the reverse is not automatically true. So, and if I am going to explain you these terms, then just say here there are the three terms actually, and these three terms are, let's say, the heat and work. So first term is Q can be fully converted into work and W can be fully converted into heat. It is as per first law. Potential energy can be converted to kinetic energy. P can be changed to kinetic energy, that is Ke, and also this Ke can be transformed to potential
Potential
energy.
energy.
This is the second part. Third part, heat can flow from and hot to cold, yeah, hot body to cold body. Also, heat can flow from cold body to hot body. I have taken here the three examples. And as per the first law, if there is some process, this is possible without any restriction. But actually, it doesn't happen. What happens actually? Even the W can be fully converted into heat. This is true, but this is not true. This case is not true. Heat cannot be fully converted into work. If we are converting heat into work, then in this case, Q should be greater than work. Whole amount of heat cannot be converted into work. Suppose you have seen in an IC engine, this is the IC engine, and in an IC engine, what is happening? This is the cylinder and this is the piston. Suppose we are in some valves here, inlet valve, outlet valve, etc. And by the combustion, here we are having the hot gases, maybe the diesel engine or maybe the petrol engine, etc. What will happen? These are the gases which will having the high amount of energy, and it will the push the piston. So when this piston will move, and it will give us some work output here. We will get some work output here. Okay. So what we are saying, the heat of this the gases is being converted into work. But here what we are doing, we are converting heat into work. But the amount of heat or the amount of energy in the form of heat is not fully converted. There are some heat losses. There are some heat losses. And because of such heat losses, this total amount of heat is not being fully converted. Suppose Q equal to, for example, we are taking 100 kilojoules. And W we are getting, it is for example we are taking 70 kilojoules. So we can say heat loss is equal to 30 kilojoules. You are getting my
30
point?
kilojoule. Yes, sir.
So actually this 30 kilojoules, this is the heat loss part which is not being converted into work. It is not being converted into work. It is being converted into work. Actually it is going to loss. Okay. So it means it is what is the meaning of that? It means the total amount of heat cannot be converted into work. We cannot convert this whole amount of heat into work. Some part will be rejected to the surrounding. So this case is possible, but if we go for the reverse, if we are applying work over this means we are reversing the process, means we are now compressing the gas. By the expansion we are getting the work output. Now when we are going to compress it, definitely it will increase the temperature and pressure. So this work energy can be converted into heat, because when the temperature will increase because of the compression, definitely pressure will also increase. So when the pressure will increase, temperature will increase, full amount of work can be converted into heat, but full amount of heat cannot be converted into work. So this case is
Work.
not possible, but this is the possible case. But the first law doesn't say about this. First law says heat and work are mutually convertible.
Mutually convertible.
Okay, so this is the drawback. First law doesn't say about the direction, in which direction the process is possible. So first law doesn't say about this. And second part, we can take the some more example also, but this is the true. So because of that, we say that work is called as the high grade energy. Work is called as the high grade energy, but the heat is called as the low grade energy. This is the difference between heat and work, what they are label. Heat is called as the low grade energy. So always we try to convert heat into work. We are using the a lot of power plants in which we use some coal to burn it. We produce the hot gases. Then these gases are used to convert water into steam. Then we run the steam turbine. Then after that we can obtain the work. So what we are going to try, we are going to try to convert the energy of the hot gas into the mechanical work, but the full heat of the gases is not being converted into the work. Okay. So and now if we go for the second case, P and Ke, potential energy can be fully converted into kinetic energy. Suppose we are having an object at this height, and if I drop this object from this height, if it is dropped to the ground here, this object from the height, suppose h, then definitely here it is having the potential energy which is mgh. Then its energy at the ground will be converted to the kinetic energy, which is half
Right.
mc square or mv square.
MC square.
So here changes of P into Ke, P to Ke.
K.
But if we reverse it, we throw the stone again from this ground to this to convert in P. So there is the difference. Potential energy fully converted into kinetic energy, but kinetic energy cannot be fully converted, because when it will reach to the upper level, there are some different losses because of the friction between air and the surface. So this P cannot be fully converted into kinetic energy. So this is the second part, which is also not true. It requires some direction. Third point, hot and cold body. So if some body are at the different temperatures, and suppose one body here, it is the hot body, it is at temperature A, it is the hot body, and another is the cold body, and these two bodies are at different temperatures. Let it is T1, it is T2, and in this case suppose this T1 is greater than T2. So heat will flow from the hot to cold body automatically. But according to the first law, cold to cold to hot, this is also possible. It is according to first law. From the first law, heat can also flow from cold to hot body and hot to cold body. But it is not true. Actually, it is not true. As we know that heat always flow from the high temperature to the lower temperature.
Low.
It is the
Low.
natural case. But from the lower temperature to the higher temperature, it doesn't occur automatically. You getting my point? So this is the problem. So the first one I didn't say about the direction of the heat transfer here. We can also take some more examples which gives the limitation of the first law of thermodynamics. Suppose we are having a flywheel. Let this is the flywheel, and let this flywheel is rotating. Let it is having some speed n equal to rpm initially. Okay, and this also having here some bearings. Let they are having some bearings here at the this level. So when it is rotating, it is having some of its, let it is kinetic energy or the inertia, etc. It is having some kinetic energy when it is rotating. Now what we are doing here, if we stop it or we do not give power to it, it gradually stop. Initially it is rotating, but when we are not giving power to it, then gradually it will stop. And when it will stop, because of the friction here between the bearing parts of this flywheel. So because of the friction, what will happen? This friction will generate heat, and because of that, here temperature will rise. Temperature will rise.
Right.
You can also take one example. Suppose you are having a ceiling fan at your home. You have switch off that fan. What will happen? Gradually, its speed will decrease and after some time you will see fan is not moving now.
Stop.
So what happened actually? After switching off the fan, it is having the amount of energy, but gradually its speed will decrease because of the friction in the bearing. Okay, you are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So because of the friction, its speed will decrease. So what is happening? Because of that friction, the temperature of that bearing or that system will increase. So suppose you can consider that is a one process in the forward direction. So what is happening when the fan is going to stop? Its temperature will rise. It means the initial level of energy as well as the energy rise because of the temperature change. Energy rise because of the temperature change. Let that temperature change is suppose it is a T1 minus T2. Initial temperature was no, not T2, T2 minus T1. Initial temperature was T1, but because of the friction, now the temperature is T2. So this is the change of the internal energy. That energy is there because of the temperature change. So we can say its energy level is constant. Means when the fan was rotating, it is having some amount of energy. Now we have switched off. So that energy of the fan has been converted into the heat because of the friction, and that suppose the system is insulated, so that system is having that amount of additional energy. It means the total energy is same. The energy of the rotating wheel or the fan has been converted into the heat. Now whatever the temperature rise has been occurred here, if we decrease the temperature by cooling this system, if we cool this flywheel to decrease the temperature up to its initial temperature level T1, the system will reach to its original condition. Its temperature will be obtained again at the T1. So is it possible by cooling down the bearing, can the fan or the flywheel will rotate again? Is it possible?
कोई सर पावर भी सप्लाई नहीं करना पड़ेगा फिर अलग से सर?
Yeah, we are not supplying power. Actually, initially we were supplying power. Initially it is having some rotation. Now we have stopped it, but still it is having some rotational energy. But this energy is being converted into the heat energy. That is called the internal
हीट
energy.
एनर्जी.
Internal energy it has been converted. So it's a temperature will rise from T1 to T2 because of the friction.
यस
Got it?
सर.
Got it?
यस सर.
Yeah, now because the temperature has been increased from T1 to T2, now again what we are doing to bring the system in its original condition, that you have studied the cyclic process. In the cyclic process, you have already studied what happens. Suppose we are taking this is the PV diagram for the cyclic process, and you start from this condition. Suppose this is P. So we are following first this process. So this is the process. This is 1 and this is 2. Let here the temperature is T1 and temperature is here is T2. At this point temperature is T2. This is a forward process. So when we are stopped it, because of that its temperature will rise up to T2. Now we are cooling this flywheel to bring its temperature again to T1. So this process is the backward process. This is the backward process, and this was the forward.
फॉरवर्ड.
Yeah. So according to this, we have completed a cycle. This is the cycle now. 1 to 2 and 2 to 1. This is the cyclic process. And you have studied in the cyclic process has been completed. All the properties are restored. Initial temperature was T1 and the final temperature is also T1. So by cooling down this flywheel, the properties are restored. It means whatever the energy has been converted into the heat, again that energy it has liberated by cooling it. But by cooling it, it is not possible to run the flywheel again. By cooling down this bearing, it is not possible to run the flywheel again. So actually this is the drawback. First one I didn't say about, but it's a reverse is not possible. We can switch off the fan, its energy will be converted into the heat energy, but that heat energy cannot again make the fan rotating or the flywheel rotating. It is not possible. I think it should be clear to you.
यस सर.
Yeah, so second case this one, and one more example we can also take. Suppose we are having two gases. Suppose we are having two gases, or in place of gas you can take some example, and in an IC engine we are having air and plus fuel both. In an IC engine we are having these two, and by the combustion it will form the hot gases. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in the forward direction, where the reaction will take place, air will fuel, it will form the hot gases. But its reverse is possible. The hot gases can be converted into the air and fuel again automatically.
No, no, sir.
Yeah, it is not possible. So it can be followed only in the one direction, not in the second direction. Reverse direction it is not possible.
Secondary.
Not possible. So there are actually first law is important. It gives some statement, but first law is not complete. Okay. So in this way, suppose we can say this is our system, and suppose here we are giving W122 amount of heat. We are giving to this system. Actually it is our system, you can consider it is our system, and we are adding to it 1 to 2 amount of heat. Let in the reverse direction it is rejecting Q2 to 1 amount of heat in the one case. In the second case, another system, what is happening here, we are adding here Q1 to 2 amount of heat, and it is producing W2 to 1 amount of work. So this case is possible. W122 amount of work can be converted into Q221 amount of heat. But
Heat.
this Q122 amount of heat, this cannot be equal to, it will be greater than W221 amount of work.
Heat.
It means, yeah, this is the heat, this is the work. So what I'm going to clear you is that this amount of the work can be converted into heat. We can convert this amount of work into this amount of heat. Actually,
Heat.
here I want to show you it is a cyclic process. You can see here it is cyclic process. 1 to 2 and 2 to 1. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 1 is a cyclic process, and in each and every cyclic process, or when a system undergoes a cyclic change, the algebraic sum of heat taken from the surrounding is equal to algebraic sum of work delivered to the surrounding. You have studied or
Surrounding.
not? Okay. So for this cyclic process, whatever the amount of work delivered to the surrounding will be equal to the amount of heat taken from the surrounding. So
Surrounding.
here same. If we are taking, if we are getting W122 amount of work, we are giving to a system, then it will generate Q221 amount of heat. So 122 and Q21 includes the cyclic process. What we are taking, it is the summation actually. W122 is the amount of work given to the system, and Q21 is the heat rejected by the system. So these will be same. The work is being converted here into amount of heat. So this W122 equal to Q221 means work can be fully converted into the heat. But in the second case, if we are adding this Q122 amount of heat, and we are getting W221 amount of the work, then Q122 amount of heat will not be equal to W221. Always this Q122 will be greater than W221. This case is the valid. Means because we can say Q122, this cannot be equal to W221. It means only the work can be fully converted into the heat, but this heat cannot be fully converted into work.
Work.
Is it clear?
और अगर सर और फ्रिक्शन लॉसेस को एकदम कम कर दिया जाए तो फिर पॉसिबल है क्या सर?
Friction losses, can you neglect, can you make that the friction is not present? Is it possible? Can you make the friction zero? Is it possible?
नो सर.
Because if we make the different type of the smooth surfaces, but even they are having the friction, it's a quantity very small, but the friction cannot be made, it is zero. We cannot neglect it. Friction is present everywhere. If we are making the surface very very smooth in some different parts of the component, we use the different types of lubrication to decrease the friction. Even there is the friction. When your bike runs, engine runs, there is the friction between the piston and the cylinder surface, and the heat is generated because of that also. So we cannot neglect it. We can make it to very very small, but we cannot neglect it. So actually, according,
Neglected.
yeah, we can make it not make it very small, but it cannot be equal to zero. Okay,
Okay.
that is the another, but that is another parameter actually. Here it is not connected. Here we are talking either we can convert heat fully into work, but this case is not possible because heat at the low grade of the energy, it cannot be fully converted into work, but the work can be fully converted into the heat. So the
Converted
first
into
law
heat.
says, first law what first law says? It says that heat and work are mutually convertible.
Mutually convertible.
Means heat can be converted into work and the work can be converted into heat,
But
but it is not automatically true, it is not practically true. So first law is the statement, it is important, but first law doesn't say about the direction of the process. First law doesn't say about the direction of the process, in which direction process is feasible, about the direction of the process, है ना?
सर,
या
सर ये जिस साइंटिस्ट ने फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स दिया था, उनने किस बेस पर तो ये बता दिया कि हीट एंड वर्क आर म्यूचुअली कन्वर्टेबल, जब ये तो प्रैक्टिकली इम्पॉसिबल है सर फिर.
you are attending my class,
यस सर.
are you getting 100% or not?
नो सर,
I think no.
100%.
I think no.
नो.
So
नो सर.
if you are attending my first class, you will get suppose 50%. If you read my content second time, you will get 70%. If you again read, you will apply your knowledge or concept. You will go towards the 100%. So the development started. There are some inventions, but there is no perfection at the initial level. Initial level, the things come only on the basis of the principle. He has made some Joule's experiment, etc. So he has given some concept, but it is not. We cannot say the law which came into the picture. It should be perfect. So that law he has given. You can give your statement, but it is not necessary your statement is true. Maybe it may be later found that it is not true at all. So first law was a statement, but later it was found this law is not completely valid, completely true. But that is the
ट्रू.
law. So you are getting my point?
यस सर.
Yeah. You can see, you can start from the wheel of the bullock cart. I think have you seen bullock cart?
यस सर.
Yeah, you have seen it's a wheel.
यस सर.
Now you can see the wheel of the different, you can see the wheel of your bicycle, you can see the wheel of your bike, car, trucks, landing wheel of the aeroplane, etc. Wheel of the train. So you can get a number of types of the wheels. So the wheel Bismarck earlier
यस सर.
invented, and you can make comparison. Wheels concept is the same. Wheel is the function of the wheel is same, but it can be used in the variety of the wheels. So it is the development of the wheel.
यस सर.
Yeah.
डेवलपमेंट.
So definitely the development comes later and on the basis of the practical concepts, the practical applications. So development occurs later, but initially the concept comes, which is the basic, and the development can be done later. So it was the first law came into the picture, and he has given some concept. Later were found they are not always true. You can say
ऑल.
there is a cold body. It is the cold body and the hot body. There are two bodies, cold body and hot body.
हॉट बॉडी.
So can you say heat can flow from cold body to hot body? Is it possible? This case is possible or
नो
not?
सर.
Not possible. No, it
नो
is
सर.
possible. Yes, it is possible. How can you say it is not possible? It is possible. Heat cannot flow from cold body to hot body. I think you are using a refrigerator at your home or not. You are
Yes,
using a
sir.
refrigerator. What happens in refrigerator? Suppose in the cabinet of the
Cold.
refrigerator, you put some item here, the refrigerator and you have put some item here. So what happens? Initially when you put the items, they are at temperature T1 initially, but when the heat is taken from this, when you take out the items here, their temperature will become T2. No, initial temperature of the items, either beverages, maybe or the some fruits or the vegetables you have put inside the cave of the and the freezer of your refrigerator, and they are having the temperature initially T1. Now when you take out after some time, its temperature has become T2. So temperature has decreased or not?
T2, yes, sir.
Temperature has decreased or
डिक्रीज हो
not?
जाता है सर.
Decrease हुआ है. So how the heat is flowing? Actually, in this case here the temperature is T2 and the temperature of the object was T1. So the inside the fridge temperature is T2, and this temperature T2 is lower than the temperature of the object which are placed inside the refrigerator. So T2 is less than T1, and the heat is flowing from T2 to T1.
T2 to T1.
You are not getting, no, not getting my point. What happens? The heat can also flow from the hot body to, okay, what the refrigerator do? It takes heat from these items and then it will transfer heat to the outside atmospheric air. Actually, what the refrigerator does, it takes heat from these items at this temperature T2, and that heat
T2.
is sent to the atmospheric air. Atmospheric air temperature is always greater than the refrigerator space temperature. Sometimes you open the door of the refrigerator and put your hand into the freezer. What do you feel?
कोल्ड सॉरी
Cold.
ठंडा ठंडा फील होता है सर.
Yeah. So in comparison to atmosphere, inside there is a less temperature, low temperature. So that temperature is T2. Inside the refrigerator, temperature is T2. But outside the refrigerator, temperature is T1. So
T1.
T2 is less than T1. But the heat is flowing from this temperature to this temperature. It is flowing from T2 means this is the refrigerator inside portion, and T1 is the atmospheric air. I am writing simply
एटमॉस्फेयर
air. So
प्रेशर.
heat is flowing from T2 to T1 or not?
यस सर.
So it is flowing from the cold body to hot body. Is it not possible? You also
कोल्ड.
use AC, air conditioner, you also use that. And air conditioner maintains the low temperature inside the room. A room, this is the room, and here low temperature is maintained. Let that temperature is T2 again. Outside temperature, atmospheric temperature is T1, and
T1.
heat is flowing out from this low temperature to high temperature.
हाई टेम्परेचर.
So is it not happening? It is not being transferred from cold body to hot body. It is happening or not?
हैपनिंग होता है सर. कोल्ड टू हॉट.
Sometime you go and in a room or any place, and the AC attached to some window, and you sit or you stand outside that portion or closer to the AC, you will feel it is throwing out some warm air.
यस सर.
So what is happening? The heat that air conditioner, it is a device, it is a system, it is taking and it is leaving to the or throwing to the outside. So there is a heat transfer.
सर
Yeah, please.
सर मेरे को भी जैसे एक डाउट था, आपने बोला था जैसे जो बेरिंग में जैसे वो रोटेट होती है तो हल्का सा जो स्लाइटली होता है, पर मतलब एक थोड़ा सा जो हीट जो है जनरेट होता है।
Yeah,
जैसे अगर जैसे मान लीजिए जैसे वो व्हील अगर घूम रहा है, फ्लाई व्हील मान लीजिए या सीलिंग फैन जो भी है,
yeah.
तो अगर वो घूम रहा है और हम उसको अगर जैसे घूमने के बाद पावर ऑफ कर दें, या फिर जो इंजन से मिल रहा था शॉर्ट से जो पावर मिल रहा
No,
था उसको
no.
ऑफ कर दें व्हील पे।
Actually, first we have stopped giving power to it.
यस सर।
You can consider your fan is running. Just
यस
now
सर।
your fan is running. Just you
यस
have
सर।
switched it off. Okay.
यस सर।
Then still it will rotating for some time.
यस सर।
It means
यस सर।
it is having some amount of energy in it.
एनर्जी, यस सर।
But it because it is rotating, but we are not giving it energy now.
यस।
So it is having some
नहीं सर,
amount.
यहाँ
Yeah.
पर मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, अगर अपन उसको बंद अपन ने हमने पावर ऑफ कर दिया, अगर हम उसको सराउंडिंग से कूलेंट मतलब या टेम्परेचर उसका डाउन कर दें, तो मतलब वो रनिंग कंटिन्यूअसली करता रहेगा?
No, no, you don't understand. What I want to explain is that when we have stopped giving power to it, still it is rotating. Is it clear?
यस सर।
So
यस
it
सर।
is having some amount of energy in it.
यस सर।
Okay. Now because it is having some amount of energy, but you will see because of the friction in its bearing, the bearing will resist its rotation, and because of that, it will gradually its speed will decrease and it will go to the stop.
यस सर,
What
बिल्कुल।
is happening in this process? Its energy is being converted into the heat energy.
हाँ।
Do you agree?
यस सर।
When it will go to the stop condition, its rotational energy has been converted into the heat energy. So within that, what will happen? Its initial temperature, let it was the T1, and now because of the after the conversion of the energy, its temperature has become T2.
यस सर।
So suppose this had changed or increased its internal energy. That energy is T2 minus T1. Now it is having this additional energy which it was not having earlier. Means that energy is equal to its rotational energy that it was having before going to stop. If it is clear with you, then I can proceed further.
यस।
Okay, is it clear?
यस सर,
So
बिल्कुल क्लियर।
that energy has been converted into the internal energy. Now what happens because its temperature has been increased? Now what we are doing? We are cooling. Now we are going to cool all the system. We are going to cool our system. That is the flywheel, and we are cooling it now. Suppose there is the flywheel, and we are going to cool it. When we cool it, what happens? Its temperature will decrease, and by cooling again, its temperature reaches to T1. So the system started from T1, then reached to T2, and by
यस
cooling,
सर।
let's say temperature T2 is again made to T1. So that from T1 to T1 is called a cyclic process. Okay,
यस सर।
this has become the cyclic process. So first law says if any system undergoing cyclic process, then the algebraic sum of the amount of the heat taken from the surrounding will be equal to amount of work delivered to the surrounding.
यस।
But what happens here? It's the energy that may be in the form of the work also you can say that has been converted into the heat. Here, the rotational energy in the form of work or the mechanical energy has been converted into the heat because the temperature has been
सर
increased
सर
from T1 to T2. First,
सर जैसे आपने आपने
please try to understand first, okay? Hello, then I will listen to you. What happened here? That it's that energy that you can consider that is suppose that is the work. So that has been converted into the heat. Del U, or you can also write del Q. I am writing here, it is del Q. So that is work can be converted into the heat. Now, by cooling it, its temperature will decrease from T2 to T1 again, T2 to T1 by cooling it. So by cooling it, we will take some heat from this, and by utilizing that energy can be make it again rotating, because in this case now we want to convert our del Q amount of heat into work. First we have converted del W amount of heat in del W amount of work, which is the rotation energy, into the del Q, that is the heat that we have done. Now we are cooling it, so its temperature will decrease, and by cooling we will take some heat from the system by cooling it. So by utilizing that energy can be made again this flywheel rotating. No, it is not possible. But first law says it possible because heat and work are mutually convertible. Okay?
यस।
Yeah. Now you can ask if still you are not clear, then you can ask me, please.
सर मैं ये बोल रहा था सर, जैसे कि आपने बोला था कि जो सराउंडिंग की जो हीट है, उसका जो एल्जेब्रिक सम होगा,
Yeah.
वो वर्क के इक्वल में रहेगा, ऐसा?
Have you studied properly, or you
यस
have
सर।
not done your homework, or you
नहीं
have
सर, मैं
you have
क्लास
missed some classes?
अटेंड नहीं सर, क्लासेस अटेंड की।
So actually algebraic sum means for any cyclic process, algebraic sum means if we are going to write summation W means for all the process, there will be 3, 4, 5 process. We can write W1 plus W2 plus W3 etc. We are algebraic
Yes.
sum. And if we are
Yes
taking the
sir.
amount of heat, that is you can say Q1 and plus
Q2.
Q2 plus Q3 etc. Then this del W equal to del Q. This is as per the first law. This summation will be equal.
यस सर।
Okay ना?
यस सर।
Okay.
नहीं तो मेरा ये डाउट ये था सर, जो हमने हीट अप्लाई किया वो तो है ही, अगर जैसे जो क्या बोलते हैं, जो सराउंडिंग में अगर जा रही है तो उसको भी सर उसमें कैलकुलेट करेंगे ना उसको भी, तब जाके वर्क डन के इक्वल होगा ना।
Yeah, so in this case, when we are cooling it, then the water will become the surrounding. When we are cooling it, then the water will become the surrounding. Surrounding is not necessarily it should be air. It may be anything. It may be water. If it is immersed in the oil, oil will be the surrounding. Surrounding which is covering the system or the system in contact with it. So the rotational energy has been converted into the heat energy. Now we are taking heat. So heat will be taken by the water. The water will become the surrounding now. There is always the interaction of the energy from system to surrounding across the boundary that we have already studied. Okay.
ओके।
Okay.
यस
So
सर।
now I am going to further take some more terms. So and here we are taking and after taking the limitation of the first law and this we have studied. Now there are some examples I have already taken, and you have also take some more examples. Suppose there is one gas, etc. And okay, I am taking one more example because the time is not permitting. Suppose we are having here a system. This is a closed system, okay, and it is having some partition here. Let it is having some. This is the partition, and there is some gas and there is some vacuum. Okay, it's some vacuum. This suppose this gas is some pressure at some pressure P1. So actually this is some partition and this partition is not open. This partition is closed. This is a vacuum and gas. These are the two sections A and B. Okay. Now what is happening? Suppose we are opening this partition. When we open this partition between this A and B, what will happen? Here the gas particles will move to this section. All the gas particles will move and the expansion will take place. There will be expansion. And as you can say, suppose this whole system is insulated. The whole system is insulated, so there is no heat interaction outside. This Q equal to 0 because of the. You're getting my voice? Hello?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what will
Yes,
happen?
sir.
Because of the expansion of the gas particle will reach here, but the internal energy del U will be constant because temperature will not change here because system is isolated or insulated from the surrounding. There is no heat transfer. So even the expansion of the gas will occur from the compartment A to compartment B, and until the pressure P1 will also be there in the part B. Here the pressure is P1 and the expansion will occur until there is a uniform pressure in the section B also. So this process, which is called as the free expansion, I have written here expansion. It is called as the free expansion. Free expansion, and this free expansion process is possible only in the reverse direction. But it's a irreversibility not matlab means the vacuum now has been filled by the gas. But what about its reverse? Is it possible that all the particles of the gas here should again move back to this section A and will create the vacuum automatically? Is it possible?
No,
All
sir.
the particles
No,
should
sir.
No,
move
sir.
again back to the section A and create the vacuum here. So this says that it's a reverse is not true in the process. Free expansion process only process possible only in one direction, but in the another direction it is not possible. So in this way, we can take several examples. This says that first law is the valid statement, but it doesn't say about the direction of the feasibility of the process. So because of that, second law comes into picture. Because of this, second law comes into picture. So now, what is second law? Just I will read the statement and then we will move further. So what the second law says? So here you can see this is actually second law, and that first particularly this says that about the heat cannot flow itself from a colder body to a hotter body. Colder body to the hotter body means heat that flows, but it will not flow automatically itself. Heat will not flow from a colder body to hotter body, or we can say it can flow only when some external work is supplied to it for it. Means if somebody is at temperature T2 with a lower temperature, somebody is at temperature T1, so the heat can flow from T2 to T1, that Q possible, but it will require some external work. Then it is possible. It is not impossible, but it will require some external work. Itself or automatically, heat will not flow from T2 to T1. From lower temperature to higher temperature, heat will not flow automatically, or if it will flow, it will require some external work. As in case of our refrigerator, if you are running, definitely it used for the cooling, and the heat transfer occurs from the lower temperature to higher temperature. Similarly, in the case of the air conditioner also maintains the low temperature inside the room. It takes the heat from the low temperature of the air conditioner area, and reject the heat to the surrounding. So there is the transfer of the heat from the lower temperature space to the higher temperature. Heat is flowing from the lower temperature to higher temperature, but it is not occurring automatically. It will require some work input. So it requires some electric power to run the refrigerator as well as air conditioner. If we shut off the giving power to the AC or the refrigerator, it will not run at all. It will not flow from the lower temperature to higher temperature. So this is the statement of second law. Second law says heat itself cannot flow automatically from the lower temperature to the higher temperature, or the colder body to the hotter body, or it will require some additional work. So just I will give you two definition, and then I will leave this class. So in this case, okay, actually I will continue this for our next class from the thermal reservoir. So I am going to just ending my class here up to this second law of thermodynamics statement, and we have studied the limitations of the first law, what are the drawbacks, and because it doesn't say what the feasibility, we have given the different examples. What is the need of the second law of thermodynamics? And in our next class, we will study second law of thermodynamics with the thermal reservoir, then different types, heat source, heat sink, and then heat engine, and efficiency, and heat pump, refrigerator, etc. Okay, so I am going to end up my class here. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, because you have also to attend another class, so I am going to end up this meeting. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.